Alright, so if you're watching this, you definitely have heard of Guts and Blackpowder before. This is a long time coming. I've been meaning to make a review on this game. And this honestly is not a traditional review where I'm gonna pick the game apart. No, this is more of a praise video because that's how positive I feel about this game. Honestly, like personally speaking, this game I think hovers at around the 8 to 9 range. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. That's the review score I'm gonna give this. I'm gonna give Guts and Blackpowder 8 out of 10, but it's bordering on 9 level. And in my opinion, it actually really pushes the limits of what a zombie game should be like. And there's so many other things I still need to talk about Guts and Blackpowder, like for example the history of it. There's still so many topics I need to talk about Guts and Blackpowder. You know, there's so many different things, different aspects I need to talk about. But the first video that I'm gonna put forth in this series is why I actually love this game. 8 out of 10, bordering on 9 level, which is like in great amazing category for me, and easily top 5 in like 2023. I found this game in 2023 and easily top 5 in the best Roblox games that I found in 2023. Easily top 5, top 3 maybe. I don't think it's the best, but it definitely is close to that. But why is that personally? So I thought about it. It's like, why do I play this game so much? I think I have around 50 hours in this, 100 hours around there, which is not a lot. I think, you know, over a year I think I put like 150 hours, which isn't too much. I've seen some people with 2,000, which is like insane. But I'm gonna slow down myself real quick. What is Guts and Blackpowder? Is really, it's basically zombies, which is like the only thing that makes this game generic, because everything else about it makes this game special and unique. It's set in the Napoleon times, and unlike other games where they allow you to have as much freedom as possible, Guts and Blackpowder is a very restrictive game. You know, you move super duper slowly. The weapons that you have, like the musket or whatever, this thing takes like 10 seconds to reload. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna shoot a blank. Okay, I'm gonna shoot that. And look at how long it takes for me to reload this thing. Oh my god. I didn't have a timer. But I'm gonna assume like that took about 5 to 10 seconds or 15 maybe. In normal games, it's just you put the mag in, boom, blah, you got it, 2 seconds. But this game is super duper restricting. And now I personally found this very annoying when I first started playing this game, but it actually feels somewhat liberating now. It definitely fits the Napoleonic time. So basically that's the groundwork for Guts and Blackpowder. That's basically all you really need to know if you're an outsider into this game. Everything else you can just find out by playing the game by yourself. But what are the bad parts first? Usually I'll talk about the good, then the bad parts first, because usually most of the time the good and the bad are somewhat around the same level, or maybe sometimes there's more good than bad. But Guts and Blackpowder is an 8 to 9 category game, so there's gonna be way more good than bad. So I'm just gonna say the bad out first. Number one, campaigns can get really annoying and repetitive, especially if I play this for like 3 hours or so, 2 to 3 hours. If I play the same campaigns over and over again, which definitely does happen sometimes, that gets super duper annoying. It gets really tedious. Also as well, I feel like with the amount of things that this game has, the lore could have been really expanded on. Definitely there is lore to this game, but I feel like there could be way more lore than the developers have put into the game. Basically, there should definitely be way more documents and stuff, and it's like a really untapped area of Guts and Blackpowder. They could have really expanded upon the lore of this game. And thirdly, campaign modes don't come around fast enough. There was definitely this one time where I definitely burnt out playing Guts and Blackpowder because it was usually like the same 2 to 3 campaigns all over again. There's definitely way more campaigns now, but I remember back when I first played this around like June-ish, or like around March or something like that of 2023, you know, back when this game only had like a couple campaigns and I really burnt out of it. Okay, that's literally all the bad that I can say, and I felt like that second one, the lore part, was me really nitpicking. Everything else, I'm gonna just say it's positive, bro. This is an endorsement, bro. This ain't a review video. Oh my god, I remember, oh my god, they put the voice chat thing up. Basically, there was so many times where I was just having my mic on by accident. That voice chat bubble will always be on above my character, so whenever I was swinging with my saber, I would sometimes hit the voice chat button and my voice will automatically come on even though I don't want it to. They put it like above your screen, like above up here, and honestly as a YouTuber, I love this. I love that they did that because it gives me like a very low chance of accidentally turning off voice chat when I don't want to, when I'm swinging. Sometimes I'll be commentating and sometimes I just be annoying people because I turn off voice chat by accident and they can hear me commentating. That has happened to me like once or twice before when I was recording those videos that I made, you know, like talking about Roblox commentary, I think 2 to 3 months ago. You can scroll down like my channel, you can definitely find those videos where I was using Guts and Blackpowder as background footage as I'm talking right now. sometimes I annoyed like some people due to that, just turning my voice chat on. So I'm very happy that they did this for me, bro. I'm really happy. I think some people definitely complain about this. And now, what makes Guts and Blackpowders really interesting is because it's so restrictive in what you can do. You're so slow most of the time. Your musket takes like 10-15 seconds to reload, and your gun basically doesn't really do shit, in my opinion. This is not a fast-paced game. This is a very slow game, and you are actually recommended to play more defensive and play more passive, because most of the time the zombies are much faster than you. You are able to get gripped by the zombies. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna put on some gameplay of that. You definitely know what I'm talking about. You get gripped by the zombies, they put you into like a headlock or something. You can't get out of that, and also you can get poisoned as well. The zombies definitely have much more power than you, and especially in hardcore mode, bro. Oh my god, hardcore mode is a nightmare. And the thing is, it always punishes you fairly. All the mistakes that I make in Guts and Blackpowder is based off my own doing. Whenever I die, it's like, yeah, I failed here because I went too aggressive here. I should have stick with the group or whatever. And it's a game where I guess it falls into this middle line where I can still commentate and still talk about stuff, but I feel as if the gameplay is still super duper exciting for me to play it on. Like, look at this, just so much stuff happening over here with the sappers. Like this whole scene right here, just me with the sappers and just me shooting and stuff and me talking about why this game is really good. This makes for really good background footage, and it doesn't force me to use 100% of my brain power, and I'm still able to commentate. So this is why I love playing this game in the background. Oh dude, you are so low. Rip. Flipping it definitely to the Napoleonic times is something that has never ever been done before. Roblox zombie games are 100% saturated, like Project Lazarus. I think that was MNCC's zombie project. I'm definitely mispronouncing that. I remember playing that with friends like 5 to 6 years ago. And also that's the really crappy ones like Zombie Rush. That was around, I think, for like a decade at this point. I was playing that when I was in primary school, and I'm in college now. For real though, for the people that were around back during the Zombie Rush days, I was playing that shit on my iPad, running at like 15-20 FPS, trying to tap these zombies with my little hands. The game was so bad, but it entertained me for so long, man. When you're young, you would spend your time literally doing anything. So I've been playing zombie games, Roblox zombie games. They've been around forever, but turning it into a Napoleonic period basically changes everything, because it changes everything from the guns, the outfits, the environments that you are in. Most zombie games are usually either modern or medieval, like middle ages, or like set in the very recent times, or sometimes very futuristic. I think zombie stories, I don't know, I don't exactly remember what zombie stories did, but there was somewhat, I guess, it was kind of futuristic. They had a futuristic tone to some of the chapters that they had, but turning this into like the Napoleonic zombie period automatically just removes all the competition, in my opinion. Like there's no competition for this type of game because it's so specific. And also, side tangent, but I also really enjoy a lot of these like historic Roblox combat games. I think you guys may have played Bleeding Blades at one point, or have played Zulu Wars at one point. All that is well and nice, but with those games, it's very long, and none of them usually feature zombies. It's just usually just PvP combat, which is fine, but definitely I think there may be a market for like Spartan zombie game, because this Napoleon zombie game stuff, Guts and Blackpowder got it unlocked, bro. And I think there's an untapped potential market of like historic Roblox zombie games, not just Guts and Blackpowder, but there is an untapped market here. It may not be fun because you don't usually get like conventional guns like AK-47s, and the movement isn't usually as smooth, but definitely I'll be curious to see a Viking zombie Roblox game come to fruition, man. That'll be really interesting in my opinion. Okay, I need to rave about the outfits though. This looks cool. This actually looks pretty cool. Like honestly, everybody's so drippy in this game. Like look at this. This helmet's amazing, bro. This helmet is amazing. I love this. I love this. Nobody really cares too much about endless mode. Like what I'm playing right now is campaign or objective. I call it campaign way too much. I don't know, it's just from like other games. I don't think anyone has ever made like a zombie campaign game to be this good and this seamless to endless mode. Because I remember, I think most zombie games, like for example Micro Zombies, that's an example that I'm gonna take, because you know that's another zombie game that is also really popular on Roblox right now, and it's definitely hella modern. That I think is mostly on endless mode. Not a lot of people try to attempt objective or campaign and do it as elaborately as Guts and Blackpowder did. Like for example, this Guts and Blackpowder level, I don't know what the hell this one is called. Like I don't know what this one is called, but this level is insane because there's just so many set pieces and things that you have to do. I remember playing this one for the first time, and I just remember being super duper lost because I had no idea what I was going to do. There's just so many other things and set pieces and extra stuff that you have to do within the middle of the campaign while fighting zombies as well. It definitely feels way more dynamic compared to something like Endless Mode, which I guess Endless Mode deserves a place in every single zombie game. Definitely, that's something that every zombie game needs. But the problem with Endless Mode for me is that it's much less dynamic. It's way less fun. Like me moving around the maps, trying to kill zombies along the way while doing tasks and trying to survive. It really gives you so many more things to take track of instead of kill zombies. The only way that Endless Mode really gets fun is in like the later stages, and honestly it gets really fun when the waves start going up to like wave 30, wave 40. Like bro, it gets super duper chaotic, and especially if you're working with a group of friends or a team of people that are really skilled at this game. Yo, this game is actually super duper fun in those levels, and that's something that I really like, is how they implemented Endless Mode. In my video talking about stealing content in Roblox, that was literally the video that I made. I talked in that video about stealing ideas and stuff like that and how so many people do it. A lot of the modern shooters in Roblox nowadays, especially about zombies, are basically just taken from COD Zombies. They got the Juggernog, they got the quick revives, you know, they got the vendors. That's basically one-on-one ripped from there. I don't know, is there anything in like gaming in general that does stuff similar to Guts and Blackpowder? Is Guts and Blackpowder taking inspiration from something? Because it definitely takes inspiration from zombies, but that's about it. Literally the only unoriginal thing about this game is the zombies. Is there any Steam remake of Guts and Blackpowders that this game is ripping off of? I don't think so. I feel like this is one of the few original games that are like specific to Roblox only, and definitely Roblox complements this style very well. The closest thing that I can think of to Guts and Blackpowder is Blood and Iron, which is also set around the Napoleon times as well. But if anybody has played Blood and Iron, which I assume a lot of people don't, like a lot of the Guts and Blackpowders community has never played Blood and Iron before, and I've only really played Blood and Iron I think a couple of times back in 2018, so my memory is very rough. It's a very old game from 2009 that's also set in the same period as Guts and Blackpowder. Basically they take inspiration from the same historical period, and I think because of that there's definitely comparisons between the two games. I think Guts and Blackpowder was definitely inspired by this. I think it's 100% inspired, but they play very fundamentally very different from one another. This could be another video though, like comparing Blood and Iron to Guts and Blackpowder. This could be another topic that I could go further deep on in like another video, but this video is getting way too long anyway. I think it's like 15 minutes or whatever. I don't know, for people who play on mobile, do you play on mobile? Like personally, I play on PC and I usually run this game on like either highest setting or whatever, and this game actually looks pretty decent, especially for an action game. And right now I'm recording, that takes up more of my frame rate. Right now I'm at around 60 FPS, which is actually pretty decent, and I'm at highest graphics. So even though this game actually looks pretty, you know, I think this uses future lighting. Like let me take a look at this right now. This uses future lighting. I think all the lights definitely feel super duper dynamic, and a lot of the structures that are used in this game definitely are very pretty. Like this map actually looks pretty in my opinion. And what's the prettiest map in Guts and Blackpowder? You can tell me in the comments, but I personally feel like this is one of the most pretty. You know, just minus all the zombies right now. Just don't look at all the zombies. What the hell is that? Is that a creepy? What? He was crawling, bro. This dude was crawling, bro. If you take away all the zombies, this is a really pretty game. I imagine, what if they had like a non-zombie version of these Guts and Blackpowders maps? Imagine that, where they kind of just let you explore the map and stuff like that. That could be like a really good spin-off. It's just a showcase of all the maps and stuff like that. Maybe they can add extra documents and funny stuff and Easter eggs. That's something that I definitely would want to see though, because I would definitely love trying to explore like all of these maps and try and get a feel of the atmosphere that's separate from, I guess, the zombie aesthetic. It doesn't have to be a big game. It maybe it's just like Guts and Blackpowder before the war or something like that. Something like how these environments breathed and felt like before I think the virus spread or whatever. I'll talk about lore a bit more actually, because talking about the gameplay itself, like there's no problems I have with the class system. A lot of the class systems work very well with one another. A lot of the additions like the Pyrrhus makes complete sense. They got the wheelbarrow guy, you got the guy I guess that dresses up as a soldier and he's got an axe and he can kill you and stuff like that. You got the runner. A lot of the classes, systems, and the zombies, they're just flawless in my opinion. Like I have no problems with that whatsoever. Maybe they can add 1 or 2 more zombies, but other than that, like talking about, I have really no problem talking about gameplay, which is just shooting up zombies and stuff like that and having the main set pieces. I legit have no complaints. So all I can talk about is just nitpick on the lore or nitpick on something that they did wrong. That's all I can do, because all I can talk about is, oh, the classes system is actually pretty nice. The guns they use are pretty good. It all makes sense. They all serve a role. I don't think there's not a role in Guts and Blackpowders it feels useless. No, there's no such thing. Everything feels as if they serve a purpose in this game, and every class that you can play serves the characters in some way, as a support character, as an assault character. Yo, oh my god, that dude took way too long to explode. So for me, just riffing on this game right now, wait, the fundamentals are phenomenal. I'm thinking flawless, actually. Just add a couple more zombies or something like that. That's literally all this game really needs. Guts and Blackpowder has a very specific style in terms of its avatars around here. Like, for example, this fit is amazing, bro. I love this fit so much. And especially, you can tell when I have seen a lot of people, especially outside of Guts and Blackpowder, they dress up as these characters inside of Roblox, and it has a very distinctive style. Like these avatars, they have a very distinctive style. And if you're a Guts and Blackpowder player and you see these people around Roblox, you automatically know, it's like, hey, that character's from Guts and Blackpowder. It's very recognizable. This style is very, very recognizable. And I think that definitely comes from, number one, them have, I don't know, who makes the outfits? I think naturally, I don't know if the creators make it or they commission someone to make it. Who is the creator of these outfits? He may be watching this video right now, I don't know. Number one, these outfits are objectively very good, and number two, super distinct from any other Roblox outfit out there. I remember there's this one dude in like the Regretavator leaderboard. I was just checking it out, and I remember seeing this dude with the Guts and Blackpowders, I guess, outfit on, and I was like, hey, that's that dude. He probably plays that game. It's so recognizable, man. So this is really not review video, bro. This is just me praising this game, to be honest. I'm not really even reviewing this game. It's just me like gushing over how much I love it, basically. The only way that you would actually start hating the game like I did is that if you play it too much, if you overdose on that game. And it's really not the game's fault that this happens. I need to make a separate video on this, like how you can burn out from games really easily. And I think the problems that I have in the game are mostly personal. They aren't really because of the fault of the game itself. Some people may say like, oh, campaign mode gets really boring, endless mode gets really boring, but I think that's just people overdosing on the game, and they're just playing too much and not letting the game breathe. You know, not letting the game breathe. Anything is stale if you play for like 6 hours or more, you know. So most of the time, I just play for like an hour or two of this game, maybe like once every week or so. And the thing is, it's so casual friendly too. There's definitely some games that are very hardcore. I'm taking a look at Battlegrounds games here. I'm mentioning them a lot in my recent videos, actually. I made a whole video on them. One thing that I love about Guts and Blackpowder is that you can introduce them to your friends and they can actually have fun in it too. You can have no idea what you're doing. You can have no idea about what this game is, and you are able to have a fun time with friends. You're able to still have that. Some games that are super duper hardcore, like Battlegrounds games, I will never introduce like my baby cousins or, you know, my siblings to this game. I'll never introduce like them to like a Battlegrounds game if they're not a sweat at that game already, because those games are not noob friendly at all. But this game, I can just introduce them to my friends like, oh, I know you have never played something like this before. I know you have never played a zombie game before. I know that you have no clue what Guts and Blackpowder is, but come join me. You're able to have some fun in it. And usually they do, because this game is very casual friendly. Of course, there's also the hardcore mode for like the sweats and stuff like that. And I love how they implemented that, where you're able to have a kiddie pool for like the casuals to play, you know, when I'm playing with friends, and also you have the hardcore section for like the people who really are into this game and got like hundreds and hundreds of hours and stuff like that. I feel like everybody is split into one or two groups. Most Roblox games are split into one or two groups. It's either the game has no depth, it's like Adopt Me or something like that, where it's completely casual, noob friendly. It doesn't reward you for being in the game more often. It doesn't reward you for anything like that. Or it's very hardcore. For example, games like Road Lineage, Criminality, these games are definitely very hardcore. If you're not playing it every single day, and if you're not, I guess, clued up on like the latest meta or something like that, it's very hard to get into as a beginner and as a person who doesn't want to sink time into these games. And I think Guts and Blackpowder operates at this very nice balance where there's enough depth for the hardcore players to enjoy, but it's noob friendly enough where you can just recommend it to everybody else, to anybody actually. You can recommend this game to anybody and they'll most likely enjoy it. They'll most likely think that the game is like intermediate in difficulty. And there's also another mode that allows the hardcore people to actually have some fun and not think the game is too easy. The Mimic also operates at this level as well with the normal and horror modes, but there's not really anyone from this genre that really does it. like Guts and Blackpowder, in my opinion. And yeah, that's basically all I have to say about this game, really. Yo, I'm getting sandwiched. Yo, please, 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 please. Honestly, the only way that I can see this game going down is like if they add up some moronic ass update that nobody has asked for and completely ruins the game entirely. But this game has slowly given me like quality of life changes that have just improved the game bit by bit. This game definitely feels way more smooth than it did, I think, 6 to 7 months ago. And there isn't really much changes to it. It's just small changes that keep adding up and adding up. I'm not really in tune with like all the development changes or like the history of the game. I'm just a casual player that plays this game like every week for like a few months now. I definitely need to make a whole history video on this game, definitely. That's something on my list of to-dos. But I feel like development for this game is basically just small quality of life updates and iteration that slowly improve the game over time. And after a year or so of working on this game, you get a final product that, in my opinion, is actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good. Yeah, I think that's about it. I definitely need to make more Guts and Blackpowders related content. There's a few ideas I'm thinking of right now, but I just want to put this video out first, so my friends will start badgering me about when are you gonna make a Guts and Blackpowders video. Here's a video for you guys. Okay, I got my other projects as well. Have fun with this video, and I'll come back to this game in the future when I have more time. Okay, get off my back, bro. Thank you guys so much for watching. Here's a video that you can check out right here, and yeah, I'll see you guys later. Peace. And if you don't play Guts and Blackpowders and you watched it to the end, thank you so much.
Rolling up, 3 bricks, I'm 100 up. Jack up pussy, bro, respect, that's how you fuck the summer up.